There's a mark out deep within you for 80 ninja movies with John Jameses and Pedro with Professor Casey in Mark Out Mania.
What the hell?
This Saturday morning. We mark for ninjas on Mario Mania.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. That's it. That's it. Show's over. I'm done.
Oh my goodness!
I couldn't even keep a straight face. That was a good job, Pedro. Whatever that was good.
It was a song from Pray for Death.
I couldn't
Back to the Shadows.
I couldn't even make that out, to be honest with you. That was a good job, though.
Oh my god! I got to mark that deep inside you, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
I was thinking to a Nunchuk's conversation earlier. I was like, "What?"
Cowabunga! How's it going, guys?
Oh my god! Hey, welcome everyone to the Mark Out Mania.
What's up?
Yeah, what is up?
Ninja
people?
Mania.
Ninja Mania running wild.
Ninja Mania. We want to welcome our very special guest. It's his second time on the show, and this is a special episode because it's our 40th episode. But please welcome from the MMM show. It's Professor Casey.
Hey everybody! And
what's up, Case?
Hey guys! And speaking of 40th, I want to congratulate Byron on his 40th birthday yesterday.
Oh, happy birthday, Byron!
It wasn't really his 40th. I'm just being a dick, but he's close enough, and he's younger than me, so I'm gonna give him. I'm closer than he is, so it's all good. Also, Justin's birthday was yesterday too. They have the same birthday. They fight over it every single year. I just want to tell everyone that both of them are really leap babies, and they're lying about it being their birthday anyway. So that's not true, but it should be, and they're not here to dispute it. So there we go.
Happy birthday, Justin! There you go.
Happy birthday, Justin and Byron.
Good job.
Yeah, little weird that they both have the same birthday, but you know the world's a strange place. What can I say?
So, like, all right, since I'm the oldest here, like my love of ninjas, started way back in in the 70s, watching, shitty movies, late at night on the local syndicated channel, and we used to have this guy named Billy Bob, and he was a Billy Bob. He was a redneck, and he played it up. Well, he had his own little studio show on channel 48, and he would do different stuff. Sometimes he would do old horror movies. Sometimes he would do kung fu movies, martial art movies. He even had like at the height of Mid-Atlantic Wrestling, he had Sergeant Slaughter and Don Cornudle come on he had an afternoon kids show. He had those two guys come on.
Slaughter.
And back then while they were freaking, a heel, the most hated heel tag team, in the area, and but yeah, so that's where all that started, and then then eventually White Shadow, and then my liking for Salami.
You love White Shadow, Zeus.
I loved White Shadow, and then that, of course, led into the Master Series with Lee Van Cleave, Shokasugi, and Salami. That's how I got started.
I don't remember the Master Series actually being on TV. I've seen it later than that, and I remember Sidekicks. I watched the shit out of that. So I feel like if the Master would have been syndicated in California on a station I had, I would have watched the shit out of it, and I just don't remember ever seeing it.
Yeah,
Well, it's only one.
saw the
It's only
Master
one season.
reruns. Yeah.
I saw it. I saw it live as a kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw it in reruns. I saw it in reruns. Whenever I could catch it, I caught it. You know, it was like that for me. That and you know, like I was a huge Michael Dudikoff mark.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just was, but I thought he was the greatest American ninja ever. So I totally marked that on Netflix, even though it absolutely sucks. But I love that movie. It's awesome.
Dude, I love American Ninja to the point where, like, I found out there were American Ninja toys, and I got kind of crazy. But they're really hard to get because they weren't like go buy them at Target. They were like those rack toys that you would get at like the supermarket or like at the dollar store or something.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know if they ever did figures. They definitely, like, there's customs out there, but like it would say American Ninja and it would have Dudikoff on the packaging, but it would be like, you know, cheap.
It was officially licensed?
Yeah, officially licensed
Really?
through Canon.
Holy shit.
And they would have, you know, like those shitty throwing stars with the little like circles around them and shit. You know?
That's another reason why I like the movie too, because it was by Canon. I mean, how you not like a Canon movie?
Yeah, and they did great ninja work, man. Like,
yeah,
all the Kasugi movies that they did were great. Fucking Ninja 3, The Domination, which he was in, but oh god,
that was horrible.
I have that shit on Blu-ray. I will watch it 1,000 times, and hey, it's got Ninja Golf in it, man. But I would say, like, I was trying to figure out what my first ninja exposure was, and I want to say maybe it was Storm Shadow from G.I. Joe, because that would have been like 84.
Yeah.
And but I know I have really vivid
83,
memories of ninjas kicking someone's head off, and it would have had to have been like a Godfrey Ho movie or something that would have been on Kung Fu Theater on TV, because we used to watch that shit all the time. So that probably predates G.I. Joe, but it would have been pretty equal. Or
yeah, I think Storm Shadow himself was out from the 84 toy line.
Yeah, because he would have been series 2 or 3.
Well, I don't know about a lot of the movies, but like I was hooked on this video game called Shinobi.
Oh, great game, yeah.
And that's what got me into the whole ninja thing. I was like, oh my god, he's so badass. And then I started watching all these flicks, and then I fell in love with Michael Dudikoff, and it was over. You know, so that was that.
Yeah, he did ninja magic.
Yeah, there you go.
Magic attack.
Where you just like make 5 of himself and bounce around and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go, Zeus.
Set everything on fire.
Yeah.
There was one video game that we had out here. It was called like Legend of Kage.
Oh yeah, for the NES.
I mean, I'm talking about like the arcade box.
Oh, nice. There was an NES version. Like, that's the one where you're climbing all the trees and shit, right?
Exactly. Yeah, you're climbing up bamboo and different stuff like that.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, Zeus. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
and all of us called it Legend of Cage because we didn't fucking know better back then.
Exactly. Yeah. We never knew shit.
Yeah.
I always liked the Ninja Gaiden games from later in the 80s.
Oh yeah.
I gotta say, Ninja Gaiden 1, the arcade version, has the best continue screen of any video game ever made. And where, like, you're laying there and there's all these fucked up monsters around you, and, like, this giant buzzsaw's, like, lowering onto them as the timer ticks down, and when it expires, you know, he's fucking dead. That thing chops him up, you know? Like, it doesn't show it chop him up, but it gives you the idea, you know?
Yeah. That's cool. Oh, my God. I mean, bringing back memories now.
Yeah, if the video game had a ninja in it, I was all over it. Like Bad Dudes, a.k.a. Bad Dudes versus Dragon Ninja.
Yeah, Bad Dudes is cool. Yeah.
Where the president has been kidnapped by ninjas.
Oh, yeah.
Another example of them. Okay, like, I totally am guilty of using ninjas as the plural for ninja, even though you're not supposed to. But you know what? Everyone does it, so it's fine. It's fine.
Right.
Bad Dudes did it, so it's even better than that, you know. So like,
I remember Bad Dudes. Yeah.
It's interesting though, because if you play the arcade version, clearly Reagan is the president. You play the NES version, it's probably Bush, but you're not completely sure. You know, Bush Senior, and he takes the bad dudes out for burgers if you save them. You know, spoiler alert.
Nice,
but.
nice. I don't remember many ninja comics back in the day.
I've been
really
finding
major ninja ones.
I've been finding a couple, but they're pretty obscure shit. That I don't know. Like if you look at some of the stuff that there were some ninja bad guys, and you know you always had Daredevil with the hand. So they were probably the most prolific ninjas out there. But
and the foot.
Yeah. Then you would get the foot with the Ninja Turtles,
the foot,
which, you know, parody of the hand. And so you'd always get Daredevil and Wolverine fighting ninjas, but as far as like a ninja hero, you didn't really get one. I want to say that there's like an obscure ninja hero in the DC timeline, like somebody that would have been friends with like Karate Kid and the Legion or something, but I'm more of a Marvel guy than a DC guy.
I think the closest thing that we ever got to any kind of karate / ninja superhero was Iron Fist, right? He was the closest thing, right?
That should be it, yeah. I know, okay, He-Man, which it would have been late in the line, like 86 probably, like before the line died. We did get Ninjor, not to be confused with the Ninjor from Power Rangers.
That was brutal, though. Come on.
Yeah, he had a cool figure. So like, okay, so he had all black. You could take his mask off.
Yeah.
And then he came with nunchucks and a sword.
He did not go in my Castle Grayskull, that's for sure.
Oh man, I had that figure. There were better ninja lines out by then, but they were all like generic shit that use like He-Man knockoff bodies, or they would use like the Remco line bodies. But yeah, like I used to have the Karate Kid Attack Alley playset, which I still say is one of the greatest toy playsets ever. It had little doors that opened and ninjas would pop out and karate chop at you, like completely run by rubber bands. It was really cool. Like one stopped working pretty much immediately, but that's why they gave you two probably. But yeah, they just included ninjas on that because I think the toy line was originally supposed to be for their generic martial arts line, and they're like, we might as well try to sell this as Karate Kid. It'll probably sell more. Because you know, Karate Kid didn't have any ninjas in it. None of the sequels, you know.
No.
But yeah, they had a line of ninja toys, and you also used to be able to get ninja toys at like Pick and Save, which is a precursor to Big Lots. That, you know, were like generic guys with, they always had jointed knees but not elbows, and that bothered me. Like they were like bent in an L shape, and they would always have like real cloth clothes and like nunchucks that were held together with string that would always break. They were pretty cool. So, you know, like as a little kid that was into ninjas, that shit was dope though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get all that stuff. Then, you know, Ninja Turtles opened the floodgates, but you know, that wasn't until '87 that, you know, the toys and the TV show hit anyway.
Did any of y'all?
I'm a little brother dressed up for a ninja one Halloween. All we do is put a bedsheet around him and a fucking mask on his head, and that was it, you know?
Man, I gotta say, Ninja out here as a kid, Ninja was like #1 Halloween costume. Ninja or Army Man, like it would kind of
Army Man.
Forth, you know? But Ninja was always super popular. Like you would be like, I'm like, oh dude, I'm gonna be Freddy or Jason for Halloween. What are you gonna be? Oh, I'm gonna be a ninja again.
Did any of y'all ever have those play sets where it gave you like a little like Chinese, like they call them Chinese stars back then, but they gave you the throwing stars and the weapons
like
and stuff?
Yeah, I had something like that. It was like plastic little throwing stars. And
like nunchucks and things like that.
They gave you like a domino mask, you know. I had one that came with a domino mask. Looked like I was Robin. You know, it was brutal, but it was cute. You know, I was like, you know, I was 10 years old. Who gave a shit? You know?
Yeah, they had those here. It's a little interesting. We got them in California because there's some real anti-ninja legislation in California. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that.
Oh, don't know about this.
No,
California
really?
and New York, dude. Like in the 80s, they banned ninja weapons from being sold. So
I remember that.
That I remember.
Nunchucks
Yeah,
are kind
yeah.
of illegal.
Yeah.
Like they're against the penal code to carry now. You can buy them if you find them at a martial arts store, but
My brother has a lot of that shit. He's got stars and knives and swords and nunchucks and all kinds of stuff like that. Yeah.
yeah, and
He
it's
would
like
buy them online on the low. Yeah, he would buy them on the low online.
yeah, they were very like you would always be able to get them at shady swap meets and shit.
Yeah.
Like all the time, but yeah, like if you would go to like say like Century Martial Arts, right, and go through their catalog, everything says not available to ship to California or New York. All of the fun stuff, you know. So it kind of sucks. Like some catalogs wouldn't even sell you the foam practice chucks, which are completely legal to have here, but they just kind of did a catch-all. They're like, because parents, I guess during the ninja craze, kids started just, you know, clobbering each other with nunchucks and shit.
Yeah.
It was like that South Park episode with the ninjas. And,
my brothers and his friends used to go down to Delancey Street over in New York. There's a little shady spot in New York, and they used to always come home with all these kind of stars and stuff that I had all like fake rubber tips, you know, and you can actually take off the fake rubber tips and it would be actual true star, you know, like it'd be a real star, and be sharp and shit. You're like, ouch, like what the fuck? You gonna throw this to somebody?
I remember the foam nunchucks I had. You could take the foam off, and they were fucking wood cores in the middle, man. Like, yeah, they were like thin sticks. Like they weren't like really usable like nunchucks because they still had like, you know, parts to hold the foam in and all that. But like you could still whack someone with a piece of wood attached to a chain like a nunchuck. So yeah, I remember a thing where like we ran out of weapons, so one of us is using the foam off of the nunchucks as like, you know, a scrimma sticks, and one of us was using the nunchucks as nunchucks, and the guy tried to block the wood piece with the foam, and we really quickly learned that wasn't a good idea.
Yeah, we used to sacrifice many a broomstick to create nunchucks.
Oh yeah.
Broomstick,
and
some chain.
Yeah.
Nice. Good job, Zeus. Good job.
Here's another flashback to the 80s ninja stuff. Marvel Comics, Wolverine and Kitty Pryde.
Oh yeah.
A lot of great ninja work in there. That was all like hand offshoot stuff too, if I recall correctly, right?
Yeah, well, that was it was a side story, but it was really the development of Kitty Pryde from being, you know, a little girl type of more into a young woman, because that Ogun, the evil ninja dude, he fucked her up, and, you know, but he gave her ninja training.
Yeah.
You know, and then, you know, and he turned her against Wolverine for a little bit there, and then it was that whole thing, and then she took the name Shadowcat after that. So that was a cool thing. And Al Milgrom artwork, it was kind of, you know, it was kind of thick and gritty, and you know, it's kind of you know, Frank Miller-esque a little bit, you know. I thought
Ogun, great character too, man. And Ogun's one of the most requested figures on the action figure identification on Facebook, because he came with Wolverine as like an accessory, like he's part of the background, and everyone's like, who the fuck is this little Asian guy that's attached to a base? I have no idea who it is, and it's because it came with like one of the more popular Wolverine figures, but he was an accessory like Rey Mysterio was in the WCW line. You know, like, yeah, he just
I say quick what's up to Meef and Double Y Double H in the house. What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
Hey, what's up, Meef? You asshole. No, I'm just kidding. No, Meef underperforms in my Fire Pro Fed. I'm very disappointed in him. I finally got
a Meef character.
Yeah, Byron made him, and he uses all of Zack Sabre Jr.'s voice clips. So he's always saying
down,
like,
James.
"You dumbass, you bastard." It's so great. I wish I could just make
hold
him
on,
stop
Casey. He is known as Zach Gumby Jr. Okay, that's it. Gumby, that's his name. Okay,
Sounds good.
He's Gumby. All right, he's a walking piece of shit. Gumby.
I gotta say, he's Justin Harvey's favorite wrestler. Zach Sabre Jr.
Oh my God! Even worse.
He is like, Justin would be so mad if he heard that. So I got to make sure he listens to this show.
Oh, by the way, real quick, let me just get this in. For since YYH is over here, she wanted me to promote the GWF has the light heavyweight World Cup later today on YouTube, and because Angelico is going to be on it, so just letting everyone.
Of course.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Angelico is like my height. I don't think he's a light heavyweight. I think that's cheating. No, I'm just kidding. Love Angelico, great dude. I wish him the best success in the world. If you guys ever get a chance to meet that dude, I know he doesn't wrestle in the States all that much anymore. Meet him. He's the nicest guy in the world. Like, he's so cool.
I just want Zach Gumby Jr. to break his foot, and I'll be happy.
Oh my God. Or do you want a ninja to break his foot?
We need more ninja wrestlers, dude.
I would love for a ninja to wrestle Zach Gumby Jr. That'd be awesome.
We get a lot of ninjas in Mexico. Lucha's on point when it comes to ninja-based wrestlers. Because I know you guys are probably all familiar with the cinematic masterpiece known as Octagon, featuring Chuck Norris.
That's a classic.
So let me do some 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon here for you. So Octagon, the movie, responsible for Octagon, the wrestler. He's supposed to be a ninja. That white shit on his mask is supposed to be the face coming out of a ninja mask. So it doesn't look like it, but that's what it's supposed to be, because he's got his fucking chin sticking out too. It makes no sense. But nice. So Octagon, without him, we would not have the multiple wrestlers that were Pentagon. Without those multiple wrestlers that were Pentagon, we would not have Pentagon Jr. We would not have my favorite wrestler, Penta El Zero M. So,
wow.
Thank you, Chuck Norris.
Yes.
Absolutely. Thank you, Chuck Norris. Look at this.
That was another Canon film, right?
I believe so. If it
Canon
wasn't.
Or New Line or something.
Yeah, it was a company like Canon. Man, I should have watched the Canon documentary before I came on here, which has a lot of ninja shit in it. Electric Boogaloo. If you guys haven't seen it, I can't recommend it enough.
I need to see that.
Tremendous
classic. I think Superman 4 is the greatest Canon movie ever.
Oh my God, James.
Superman 4.
Yeah, that's the greatest
or He-Man. The He-Man movie came out at the same time.
Yeah.
Equal running out of money as the movie was being made.
Yeah. Frank Langella as Skeletor.
Oh yeah, he's really good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hey Pedro, you gotta tell us about those newfound ninja movies that you found.
No. Oh God. Okay, so in doing research for the ninja movies, there's a website I was looking at, and it has a bunch of all kind of movies, but some of the movies are questionable, But
are they homemade movies?
I have no idea. I didn't watch any of those movies, so I couldn't tell you. But here are 3 movies that I just found hilarious. So, Female Ninja Magic 100 Trampled Flowers from 1974.
Wow,
that sounds terrible.
This action-packed softcore melodrama concerns a group of female ninjas who use sexual magic along with their considerable fighting skills to protect their province from takeover by a ruthless shogun and his band of fighters.
Hocus fucking pocus. Look at this.
Wow. I'd say Godfrey Ho might be responsible for this indirectly.
I think it's one of those pink movies from Japan, actually.
Yeah, but he accidentally released a ninja erotic thriller, kind of by accident. Because so Godfrey Ho is this dude that made 1 million ninja movies by making 1 or 2 ninja movies and then editing them together with a bunch of unrelated movies.
Oh wow!
And so there's one called Ninja the Protector that he got some weird hard-boiled crime drama Hong Kong movie erotic thriller and added ninja scenes to it. and kind of tried to connect the plot. Like most of the times when he tries to connect the plot, it doesn't work. But it doesn't really matter because all he was doing was dumping a lot of product onto the VHS shelves and during the VHS boom. And so, yeah, there's some weird stuff. There's ninja horror movies. There's ninja erotic thrillers. There's lots of ninja action movies.
Erotic melodrama.
Okay, well, what about this one? What about
Zero? What's up, Zero?
Yeah, Zero. Shout out to Zero. Zero would appreciate this one. How about Sexy Time Trip Ninjas from 1984?
Never heard of that.
Ninja Sarutobi Sasuke is assigned the task of finding a hidden treasure that will restore his clan to their full power. However, sexy ninja warrior Kagero stands in Sasuke's way. Complications ensue when a sudden time warp occurs, and both Sasuke and Kagero find themselves thrust hundreds of years into the future to Tokyo, Japan in 1984.
Time traveling ninja whores. I love it.
And the weird thing I found out about this movie, the director of this movie, Yojiro Takita, he directs years later in 2008. He does a movie called Departures that wins the Academy Award for Best Foreign Picture.
Small world. Look at this.
Casey, did you ever see? I'm sure you've seen it. Ninja Assassin.
Oh, of course. Not only did I see that shit, I saw it in the theater and someone brought a fucking baby. Yeah. So that sucked. But man, great movie. I actually really thought that movie was going to be like the start of a new ninja boom, and it didn't happen. And I was kind of sad that it didn't happen, you know? Like I really thought that was going to be a thing.
I loved it. You know, we had in that movie, you know, you got Naomi Harris. That's she plays Pennyworth in the new James Bond movies.
Oh yeah.
And you got Rick Yoon, who was in Fast and the Furious and Man with the Iron Fists as the X-Blade, and that was chock full of good stuff. Oh, and what's his name? The guy that plays Han in the Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, what's his name?
Sun Kang. He gets killed off in the opening scene. He's the one that goes ninja.
Yeah, he really gets killed off. Like they don't leave any ifs, ands, or buts about that shit, man.
Hey Zeus, that was awesome. Ninja.
Fucking ninja. He's like, scared the shit out of me, old man.
Yeah, my brother Larry got me that movie years ago, and he was like, "Watch this, you got to watch this," and I just put it off all until this week. I never watched the movie. No. And then I finally watched it, and I was losing. There were like all these points. I was like, "Oh!" It was like I was watching a wrestling match. I was going, "Oh shit! Holy fuck! Oh shit!"
You guys know who wrote that movie?
No,
it's J. Michael Straczynski.
Oh wow!
Oh wow!
Yeah, he did Babylon 5, but he did some of the best episodes of the real Ghostbusters. He did so many good Saturday morning cartoons. And then,
I used to love the real Ghostbusters. Was the shit, man.
Yeah.
Especially when they were fighting like Cthulhu mythos and stuff like that.
And those good episodes are usually the ones he wrote, like Cthulhu, like Sam Hain, like fucking the Boogeyman episodes and stuff. Those are usually all him. And he did some great work on that show. I won't talk about his Spider-Man run because I'm trying to be positive, but but yeah, he wrote Ninja Assassin, and can't thank him enough for it because that movie's amazing, man.
Yeah, I love it. Of course there's the great Sho Kosugi as the evil ninja master.
Yeah, he's the man. Sho Kosugi's the man.
Yeah, and did you know he did his own kung fu theater kind of show that was called Ninja Theater?
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, Well, they are all available on YouTube. If you look up Sho Kosugi Ninja Theater, not only will you find that series, which basically unrelated movies with him doing wraparounds where he demonstrates different ninja weapons and techniques before he goes into the movie. And it's not a goofy tone like a lot of horror hosts. Like, he is serious as fuck when he's doing this stuff, and it's amazing. And not only when you find that, I want you to look at who posted the video, because if it's by a YouTube account called the Wu-Tang Collection, you want to subscribe to them, because they have hundreds, if not thousands, of martial arts movies on their account, legally uploaded for free, including a lot of ninja movies that we like to discuss on this show today. So it's pretty cool.
Sho Kosugi is awesome. My favorite, not the best movies I saw this week, but some of the best ones, like Pray for Death, the 9 Deaths of the Ninja, all had Sho Kosugi.
9 Deaths of the Ninja is pretty tremendous. That's got Sho Kosugi versus Little People, and it's a lot of little people at the same time. It's kind of like it reminds me of like those dudes in the Kung Fu video game, the little people in that. Like, I feel like that might have inspired that scene, or vice versa. I don't know which came out first, because I think Kung Fu was earlier than that film, but those guys seem to have the same grab onto your leg and hug fighting style, where it just kind of looks like everyone's getting humped furiously. But yeah, it's
they look like chihuahuas.
Yeah, and they're just they're ninjas though, man. You know. But yeah, that I can't recommend that one enough. It used to be easier to find. Like, it used to be on a bunch of streaming services, and it's not anymore. Same with Return of the Ninja. That used to be on a lot of stuff, and it kind of went down. I think Canon is kind of trying to hedge their bets for like some kind of relaunch, or getting the rights back to their movies and starting.
Oh, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. I used to love those kind of movies. They all sucked, and I loved every minute of them.
Oh yeah, dude. They're tremendous. Cause like, I mean, I'd rather watch like a bad ninja movie than a good ninja movie. That's why I like the work of Godfrey Ho so much. And Ninja 3: The Domination. If for those of you that are listening that haven't seen it, it's a cross between The Exorcist and a ninja movie.
Whoa!
Yeah,
with the sexy hot ninja girl.
It's the lady from
Fabulous
the movies. And oh man, what's the beginning? The opening scene is a ninja in broad daylight attacking a golf course. So I think that may have inspired the Atari 7800 game Ninja Golf. Is completely based on this movie. But yeah, which tremendous game. You're a ninja that does side-scrolling fighting between doing some putt-putt golf. And so it's a golf simulator and a ninja simulator at the same time. Unfortunately, Atari 7800 exclusive, so like nobody played it. But it's pretty tremendous.
I don't even remember the 7800.
Yeah, that was the one that came out. It tried to compete with the NES, and yeah, so that's what happened to that one.
I was a Sega guy, so it was all like the Sega Master System, and then I went to Sega Genesis, and then I went Sega CD, and then they came out with the Sega Saturn, and I was like, oh, that's it, I'm done.
Oh, dude, Sega Saturn I had because that was the first system I got Fire Pro on. So I bought it specifically to play Fire Pro.
I got I had my PlayStation altered just so I could play the New Japan game.
Oh yeah, Tokan Retsuden.
Yes.
Yeah, which we got a really weird translation of. The first one was Power Move Pro Wrestling.
I remember everybody used to get their PlayStations chipped, so this way we could play all those overseas games, man. That was awesome. I used to love that. I used to play so many different Japanese games I never even heard of. They were awesome stuff.
What's dope now is everything just works. Like,
yeah, everything works. Yeah. It's a universal system now, so it's all worked.
Unless they decide to do region locking on a game-by-game basis, which they have to really want to be a dick to do that. it can still work that way, but no one does it because you have to be a huge asshole to want to do that. You know?
Remember when DVDs were doing that? Everybody had to get Region A DVDs, and you had to get Region 1, Region 2. That was all bullshit too.
Yeah, they're really strict with that on Blu-rays still.
Yeah.
Because it's actually cheaper to import an American Blu-ray to Japan than to buy one in Japan, I guess. So
I just want to, if we're speaking about Blu-ray real quick, I just want to give a quick shout out to my favorite franchise. It's finally having its 40th anniversary Ultra 4K HDR version released in Blu-ray. Alien. It's all redone. It's all remastered. Has a brand new 5.1 HD soundtrack. It has brand new Ultra 4K transfer, HDR transfer, and it's going to drop next month in time for the 40th anniversary. And I'm all over it. I already pre-ordered the fucker. I'm ready for it. It's awesome. But okay, go ahead. I just wanted to shout that out.
That's pretty cool.
I'm into the 4K, all that shit.
They just 4K'd Rambo, and
yeah, awesome.
Yeah, I really want to see that.
Hey, so when we did our Shaw Brothers first episode with Double Y Double H, Pedro had not yet seen the cinematic masterpiece that is 5 Element Ninjas. Pedro, what did you think of this movie?
I watched it last night. It is amazing. It is super awesome. I really enjoyed it. I was marking out a lot. The 5 Element Ninjas are pretty spectacular looking, first off. And the whole story, that whole like tribe of fighters gets like all wiped out and just down to the one guy, and he has to learn ninjutsu to get revenge.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was some of those guys that were in that one were not, they weren't showcased as much. It was like at the end of the serious kung fu movie run, before it all went like comedic. But they were, that just the weapons and the different types of ninjas. I mean, of course, when you're 10, 11, 12 years old, you think this is all like, official legend, but
yeah.
But apparently, like the beginning, because the beginning looks so good with the, with those pages and the artwork and the, it looks like, it's all, blood spattered and it looked really good. And I also have to say, since we're doing this, this ninja piece, and it's hard to blame the early 80s films as much, but as we get forward, it's like it always bugs the shit out of me, especially the more recent you go. Whenever I see a ninja using a samurai sword,
oh yeah.
Oh god, that's like it's just like super cringy to me, and it bugs the shit out of me. So it was one of the great things, like in 5 Element Ninjas, they had the one samurai that, he said he was a samurai that dies at the beginning. He's like, he had a samurai sword, but, the ninjas in the rest of the movies, they were using the straight swords.
Yeah.
Because
you definitely are going to be mad at the Godfrey Ho movies for their inauthenticity.
But they're not new. They're not new, though.
Most of the ninjas are, they're sure to wear.
You would think the newer films this age would actually get it right,
Yeah,
because even in Pray for Death, Sho Kosugi was using curved swords.
Yeah, but these guys will wear a bright red ninja dogi, and they will also have a headband that says ninja in English. So they're ninjas. But yeah, that's some authentic ass shit right there. Yeah.
I have a little TM at the bottom, fucking trademark.
Hey, Casey, I know you have extensive knowledge of obscure ninja movies. Drop us some of this knowledge on the obscure, crazy ninja movies we don't know about.
Okay, so definitely go out of your way to see Ninja Terminator. It's kind of the entry point to the world of Godfrey Ho, which only gets weirder the deeper you get into it. because then it'll open up movies like Robo Vampire, where a dude in a RoboCop outfit, dude in a like styrofoam RoboCop outfit fights a Chinese hopping vampire.
Well, this is not the WCW version of RoboCop. We're good.
Oh, it looks worse. There's also a movie where that RoboCop kickboxes in the beginning. A guy has to fight a cyborg kickboxing, and they show it in the beginning and the end, and then the whole middle of the movie is completely unrelated movie footage that Godfrey Ho stole. So basically, Godfrey Ho would appropriate movies that weren't finished and combine them with other movies to make his films. So like the Ninja the Protector that I talked about, pretty funny. They're great movies, and I don't mean that they're actually good. I mean that they're going to be entertaining from start to finish. He also steals the music, so Tangerine Dream will be in there. You'll get some Star Wars soundtrack shit.
God!
You'll get some like Pink Floyd in there, and he did not pay for any of that. And he teaches filmmaking at Hong Kong now, which is tremendous. But yeah, his movies are out there. I also want to give a shout out to it's not that obscure because AMC actually picked it up and played it here. It's a TV series, anime, because I know you guys are going to want to talk about Ninja Scroll. There's one called Basilisk that's an anime TV series. It's fucking amazing. It's about warring ninja clans, and it is so good. Like, you guys have to see it. They all have like weird powers. There's like a dude with no arms and legs that's kind of like a human worm that kills people with a razor blade attached to a stone. Wow. It's amazing. Yeah. You guys gotta see it. Yeah.
What?
I gotta see this.
I gotta check that out.
It's tremendous, and I can't recommend it enough. Also, there are some straight to DVD ninja movies that have been coming out recently. I just want to, throw a shout out and say that they suck. It's the dude that has been doing the Kickboxer movies lately. His name escapes me. I'm looking it up right now. Scott Adkins.
Adkins. Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah. Not the biggest fan of his work, but the ninja's name is Casey in this movie. So kind of tremendous. I actually wonder if whoever wrote these movies read a script that me and my friend Mike wrote, because his last name's Bowman and the ninja's name's Casey Bowman. I'm like, did you see our script on a front page and then just combine our names like we got gay married? Because it's kind of weird, and I love ninjas so much.
That's their homage to you.
Yeah, it's strange, but yeah, those movies unfortunately aren't that great, but they have ninjas in them, which makes it automatically better than anything that doesn't have ninjas in it.
I've definitely seen at least one of those.
I think there's at least 3. There's 2 or 3 for sure. They used to be on Netflix.
There's at least 2. There probably is 3. But
Netflix has a few ninja movies on there. Yeah.
Because if I see a ninja on a box cover, I'm gonna pick that shit up and look at it, Like, so clearly their marketing power still exists, if only for me. But yeah, dude, it's pretty cool to see. Like, if you basically look at an 80s ninja movie that you haven't heard of, 9 times out of 10, it's probably going to be a Godfrey Ho movie, and it's probably going to be pretty bad because he dumped so much stuff to the market that he had to start using fake names to release shit so that people wouldn't be like, not this motherfucker again. So he would, and then there was.
What do you think is the strangest movie?
Oh, God. Okay, so that's kind of hard because there's been some really weird ninja ones on there that, I don't know. You guys have seen Miami Connection, right?
I have.
I have, yeah.
It's a mismatch of so many things that it's pretty strange. And you get ninjas on motorcycles in that one. But I would probably say, okay, there's a Godfrey Ho movie that's name escapes me that has ninjas fighting hopping vampires, but then there's like a completely unrelated plot about gambling or something in it. That one, I think that might be Ninja versus Zombie, but I could be wrong.
Ninja
But
versus Vegas.
there definitely is a Ninja versus Zombie for sure, and it's a Godfrey Ho movie. And it's available for free on YouTube on the Wu-Tang collection, because I came across it like yesterday. And that might be up there. But see, like Basilisk is so fucking weird that it almost takes the cake. Like I said, little worm man that kills people with a razor blade attached to his tongue. That's pretty fucking weird.
Yeah.
So that's kind of up there. Yeah. But Miami Connection, if you want one of the most 80s movies you'll ever see and that has ninjas in it, I can't recommend that enough. That's on Amazon Prime in both its regular and Riff Tracks versions. Mm-hmm. But the DVD and Blu-ray is worth it because it has alternate endings and shit. Like they actually managed to, because Alamo Drafthouse put that out, and they actually managed to dig up some really rare shit. And so it is worth getting and owning, but you can see it streaming right now.
Cool.
Nice.
Very cool.
Also, shout out to Ice Pirates and the Ninja Robots.
Oh yeah.
Ice Pirates. Ice Pirates is cool.
And it's remember he made the last one black. He's like, why'd you make it black? He's like, black is beautiful.
That movie's tremendous. It's been a while. That actually, I think, just got released on Blu-ray for the first time.
Oh, wow.
Or it's a new version, one of the two. But I'm like, oh, holy shit, Ice Pirates. I should get that. And then I never got it. And now I'm regretting it.
Ice Pirates is a classic, man. It's a classic.
You're making me want to
love that movie. Yeah, I know, right? Damn, Zeus, now I got the itch to watch it.
And here's something else about Five Element Ninja. I keep talking about it because I love that movie. But they had basically like nameless female ninjas in that movie. Mm-hmm. In fight scenes with the guys where it was like, that was pretty unique. They never really had like female gang members in any other like Shaw Brothers movie or any kind of movies like that, really, that where it wasn't like, even though you could see the girls' nipples through the fishnet, in that, without it being, that was kind of like a bonus deal, but like, without it, because like later movies in the 80s and 90s, you see like over sexualized female ninjas and things like that. So that was,
and they actually did exist. That's.
So let me ask you guys a question. Actually, let me ask you guys a question. I got to go through my Jackie Chan movies again. But weren't there female ninjas, the Armor Guard or like Armor Guard 2?
It was in one of them. It was in one of them. Shit. I think you're right. It's one of the two, probably.
Yeah, like Armor Guard 2, I think, like had a bunch of female ninjas in it.
See, they're pretty popular.
They're wearing fishnets too. Yeah.
Like they existed back then. They just didn't. They just weren't. Well, actually, you know what? A lot of them were the hypersexualized in a different way because they were like geishas in disguise that would fucking murder you.
Right.
And like if you guys are ever interested in the actual historical side of ninjas, which basically kind of exists just to shit on a lot of the stuff we see in movies, but there's some really cool legendary stories in there about ninjas. It's called Ninjas Attack, and it's done in a really interesting way that it's almost like a case file. There's these like manga-esque drawings in there of ninjas and stuff. And it's this guy that lives in Japan and is so in love with the legend that he's done 3 books on it. He's done Ninjas Attack, he's done Yokai Attack, and he's done Yurei Attack, which is, like evil ghosts and shit. And all 3 of those books are fucking amazing. I can't recommend them enough. One of the historical stories he told is of this shogun. I'm not remembering the names at all, but okay. So there's this shogun that hires a ninja saying, okay, I want to see how good you are. Break into my palace and steal this item. So not only does he break into the palace and steal the item, he gets the shogun a little mad because he kills his dog and fucks his girlfriend. at the same time. And good thing it wasn't the other way around, even though killing
hardcore John Wick.
Yeah. And so he ended up getting executed for it. So the guy's like, show me how good you are as a ninja. And he's like, you're too good, dude. You got to fucking die now. But
it's messed up.
Yeah, a lot of the ninja stories are about people actually pissing off the shoguns that they worked for eventually and getting killed. But the book is amazing. Can't recommend it enough. Again, it's called Ninja's Attack. You used to be able to get it at Barnes & Noble. You can find it at Amazon, no problem. But yeah, it's really cool. And it's, it's a nice primer to ninja history. There's also some like really fucking terrible ninja technique books from the 80s that are so fucking fascinating to read. That it's basically like some random white dude that thinks he's a ninja writing like a self-defense book, and he's adding all this fake mystical shit. I have a picture of one of the pages somewhere where the technique's called the monkey stealing the peach, and he's just like squeezing the other guy's balls.
No,
yeah,
no.
It's pretty
subject
tremendous.
A abusing subject B, like that.
And the guy can't even get like a decent ninja costume for the photos, so he's wearing a fucking ski mask. It's tremendous.
A ski mask and a garbage bag, right?
Yeah, these are like the books that you would order out of a comic book to learn self-defense. Yeah.
Like the Stephen King shit.
Oh god. I need to find out this guy's name that's doing this horrible ninja self-defense, so you guys can tweet it, because I think the books are like public domain now. Like you can download them as PDF, and they're hilarious. And plus, they might save your life. You never fucking know. You might have to dodge that monkey steals the peach maneuver, and it'll tell you how.
Especially with the chihuahuas humping your legs. Yeah, definitely.
Oh god, those were the most fucked up looking little people. Like they're all missing teeth and like biting them anyway and shit. It's fucking crazy.
Oh, you're talking about the 9 deaths of the
Phantasm,
ninja again.
Yeah, the 9 deaths of the ninja little people. Oh.
There is so much crazy shit in that movie though. Like there's that, but there's also like the giant guy who can eat bullets and like he's basically invincible until he decides to eat a grenade. But
he throws a hand grenade at him. He tries to chew it up and spit it out like a bullet, and he dies. Yeah,
you have the title sequence at the beginning of the movie is insane. You got Sho Kosugi shirtless, like sort of dancing, waving a sword around slowly while this sexy R&B song is playing, and you got these scantily clad women dancing slowly around him. And there's like a pink background and like a dry ice smoke. Like
yeah, dude, it's like a fucking early 90s R&B video with Sho Kosugi just doing ninja shit in the middle of it. It's beautiful.
And then there's those weird nicknames. Sho Kosugi's character, his nickname in his little group is Lollipop, and he's always eating like lollipops.
Yeah, that I guess it's to make him appeal to the audience more. I don't know. Like they're like
appeal to what audience?
Well,
I'm sure there's some weird fetishists watching it.
Yeah,
and then there's that whole deal where he has his kids. Like in that movie, he has his kids and Pray for Death.
Guys huddle around the TV in prison.
Oh, and man, a lot of the time he has his kids in the movie because they're his real kids.
Yeah, that's why I said he has his kids in the movie. They're like in that movie, they're not his kids like character, like kayfabe wise, but they're his real life kids. Like.
And I think they are his actual kids in the scene in Ninja 3: The Domination. Or they're used in a flashback scene, but they're in that one too.
I gotta see this movie.
They're in Pray for Death. They play his sons in Pray for Death.
Yes, they do. That might be what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Oh man, could we talk about?
Kane was on Sasuke, American Ninja, Ninja Warrior.
Yeah, dude. Kane Kosugi, such a dope fucking name. Like he should be like a huge star right now, man.
Well, what do you want to talk about, Casey?
So, all of these weird ninja movies, and video games. You ever notice how the timeline's like really fucking weird? Like everyone that's a ninja is like still in feudal Japan with all these clans and shit, and like living in paper houses, and then fucking everyone else is like modern times. Mortal Kombat is so fucking guilty of this, because you're like, okay, the Lin Kuei and Scorpion's clan, what the fuck? This would have been happening in the 90s, but every time it shows it, it's like they're in feudal Japan. They're not supposed to be like from the past. It's so weird, man. Because then, you know, Sub-Zero's clan starts getting fucking cyborgs and shit. You know, like, it's always confusing with the timeline. Like, I feel like ninja films in particular are a genre that you should not think too much about, or you're just going to have a bad time.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's very true.
That said, it's pretty fucking entertaining when you can see such a weird inconsistency and you're like, holy shit, this makes no sense, but it just makes me love the movie more, you know? And yeah, which is totally a thing. But yeah, I recommend, like, say, like, if you watch that Mortal Kombat series that they did, that web series that's kind of like trying to make a realistic Mortal Kombat Legacy, the timeline's going to slap you in the face in that one. And you're going to be like, what the fuck is going on here? I don't even understand. But then you're like, ninjas are fighting shit, so it's all good. I'm just going to enjoy myself.
You know, are ninja movies supposed to make sense? No, they're not. So
no, because look, man, ninjas are mystical motherfuckers that can bend the reality to their whims, you know, like, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Right, so they're not supposed to make sense in the first place, you know. I mean, again, you do have to suspend. I mean, you do have to suspend belief, because you just can't have, you know, you just can't have Ninja Cop. I mean, you know, you just can't have RoboCop fighting a ninja. That's not going to work, you know.
You can. No,
don't say that too loud.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you can, but
you can, James.
Yeah, that's a cinematic masterpiece in its own right.
I'll tell y'all the movie that I saw this week that I enjoyed the least.
Okay, what was that one?
Enter the Ninja.
All right.
I could not get into the Franco Nero character. Like, I saw him as some of the situations he kind of like escalated things to murder first. And so then I'm like, well, he's the one who brought this to the murder point with the problems. And then, like, when he meets his friend's wife for the first time, he knocks the shotgun away. Okay, but then he like goes to fondling her boobies, and I'm like, oh, what? Like this? This is what you do to?
You have sex and violence in the same scene.
Yeah, I could not get into Lancelot from Camelot, like being this master ninja, and then beating Sho Kosugi.
The Godfrey Ho movies where Richard Richard Harris, I think. Is his name?
Richard Harris.
No, Richard Harris. Is it Richard Harris or Richard Harrison? Who's Dumbledore? I always get the names confused.
I think that's Harris.
Okay, so it's Harrison. Now I gotta look it up.
Author from Camelot, right?
He's a ripoff of that character.
Oh wow!
So like he's the you know, honky ninja, for lack of a better term.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's funny though, because I feel like every Godfrey Ho movie is a response to Enter the Ninja. And apes a lot of the stuff, but the guy only made like 2 ninja movies, Richard Harrison, and he ended up getting his career destroyed because like he's like trying to get roles and people are like, nah, you've been in like 5 million ninja movies, and he's like, I was in 2, what the fuck? And then he goes and sees that he's in 9 million ninja movies because the scenes were edited into 9 million other movies. It's amazing.
Oh my goodness!
And he only got paid for the 2.
So if you watch Ninja Terminator right now, you will see all the parallels to Return of the Ninja. The scenes with him in it are pretty similar, but it's also cut in with a completely unrelated kung fu movie where one of the villains wears an Alice in Wonderland wig.
What?
Dude with a beard wearing a blonde wig that makes him look like Alice in Wonderland. He doesn't have like the little black headband, but he might as well. Nice. And not referenced in the movie at all. So it's like supposed to be his hair, I guess. And hilarious, played completely seriously every scene that he's in. No one's like, what the fuck is up with this guy's hair? And yeah, just another thing to look out for when you see that movie. But they were definitely trying to cash in on the fact that those Sho Kosugi ninja movies on VHS made a fucking killing in the rental market. Like, they did great. And then Godfrey Ho came in and ruined ninjas for everybody, flooded the market to the point where people were like starting to advertise that their ninja and martial arts movies were made in the United States because people were thinking that ones made in Asia were worse or bad. And that's some fucking bullshit right there. Yeah. But because I mean, dude, like, so basically this stigmatized the whole martial arts genre to where it was fucking over like masterpieces from the Shaw Brothers and shit like that. That's fucked up. You know what I mean? But it also did lead to those movies being available for purchase for like $2 on VHS, which I did appreciate.
Before we get into Ninja Scroll, I got to give a big shout out to my buddy George, who I was one of my college roommates. He's the one, he gave me the one OAV of Mario Henke, and it's a three OAV series. I posted that in the group. I'll post it here later. But by Lucha was the one that I thought it was called something slightly else. He was actually the one that actually helped me find it, and it's one of those failed anime companies from the 90s. So late 80s, early 90s. So it's on YouTube for free. And it's got amazing ninja imagery and like the coolest, like it's like the stroke of a cello string that they use for when the ninjas like are walking in and out of shadow, and it goes really weird at the end of it all. But I'll definitely post that. You got to check that out, Mario Henke.
It's cool. That's the one you posted in group before, right, Zeus? Yeah.
You guys all so you guys have all watched Ninja Scroll by now? Like
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I saw it back in the 90s, and
I owned it on VHS and DVD. Yeah.
So I watched it again. That stone dude in Ninja Scroll reminds me of the giant in 8 Deaths of the Ninja that eats the bullets.
Yeah, if that guy was more rapey, yeah.
Which sometimes is reserved for the heroes of ninja movies, as you've seen in some other works, unfortunately. Little creepy with Enter the Ninja. But
oh my god, I'm just flipping through the channels and now I'm on Sci-Fi and it's Lake Placid versus Anaconda. Classic.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say versus ninjas.
I know.
Oh shit, I'd be on that right now.
Yeah.
Dude, if a ninja was fighting a giant gator, that would be fucking amazing. Because like I figure he'd fuck up the snake pretty bad. But like the gator's got like built-in armor and shit, so it's a little harder.
Oh man, imagine a whole ninja clan versus like a kaiju. This would be an incredible movie.
I think someone
feel
needs
like
to
we
make
should
a kaiju movie with a ninja in it. A fucking ninja versus Gamera or Godzilla, something like that. It's got to be a kaiju movie.
What sucks is, Power Rangers has done that.
Oh,
but they never go great with the ninja stuff.
Yeah.
Like they never go full ninja. I mean, come on, they're a bunch of teenagers. How are they?
Zero was mentioning earlier that both Kane Kazugi and Sho Kazugi were in one of the Super Sentai series.
Nice.
Yeah,
I gotta see that, dude.
Where's the Super Shredder when you need him?
Yeah, he was in Ninja Sentai.
Sho Kosugi will always be second
Sentai.
place.
Kaku Ranger.
While you guys mentioned Sho Kosugi, that great Japanese ninja star, right? And I don't mean like a ninja that you throw. I don't mean like a shirt.
Yeah.
But we do have to talk about Shogun's Ninja a little bit, because that stars one of my favorite actors as a ninja, the great Sonny Chiba. So I can't recommend that one enough. But that's a period piece, so you're not going to get as many crazy ninja weapons as you would in a Shokasugi movie, but you get Sonny Chiba, a man, one of the greatest men that ever lived, and one of my heroes. So I had to throw that one out there, since we're moving into ninja stuff actually made in Japan versus all the stuff we've seen that was made in the United States and sort of made in Hong Kong by Godfrey Ho. Now we're actually in the country that ninjas should be the most prolific, which is awesome. But not a ton of ninja anime makes it over here, but it was a craze for a while in the 80s. Ninja manga was really, really popular for a while. And it was all, you know, like the ninjas with the fishnets, like how they have like the fishnet shirt underneath their ninja outfit, like men and women. And so like if you guys play Tekken 7, that ninja costume that Paul has is kind of like the prolific ninja costume of the 80s. Right. Except that it was blue usually instead of black, which historically it was anyway. Or ninjas would wear their regular clothes a lot and not wear a uniform. That's some stuff that's in that ninja book. But Ninja Scroll has some of those fishnet ninjas in it too.
Yeah.
And but Ninja Scroll takes everything to a 10 for all kinds of content. So yeah, that movie, man. Like if you watch Ninja Assassin, it's almost an equivalent of a live action Ninja Scroll.
Yeah.
But
yeah, without all the great mysticism, I mean,
yeah.
Nobody's got a living beehive in their back in Ninja Assassin.
And Basilisk is the same way. Like all the powers are super weird and shit like that, and that makes it awesome. And that's all callbacks to the stuff that was popular in the 80s over there that we never got, which is really cool. And you see it in video games like Samurai Showdown, the ninja in that one, Hanzao, based on a real. Or wait, no, it's not. Is it Hanzao or Goemon in that one? That's the ninja. Shit, I'm drawing a blank.
I think Hanzao isn't Hanzao the one with the samurai sword?
Fuck, you're right. Yeah, because he's Satori Hanzao, basically. Shit.
Right.
Yeah, so the ninja might have been Sasuke or Goemon. Like, you're going to see a lot of ninjas named Sasuke. You're going to see a lot of ninjas named Goemon because of actual legends that existed. So Great Sasuke is supposed to be a ninja also.
Oh, yeah.
He's by far, like, I would say he's my favorite ninja-based wrestler. But, I mean, the Yeti eventually became a ninja, and he's all of our favorites.
Oh my goodness.
He went from mummy to ninja, which is pretty amazing. In the span of a year, World War III, he was a mummy, and then World War III, he was wearing a scorpion from Mortal Kombat outfit.
Only wrestler to ever hump Hulk Hogan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he did Saturday night tapings in that ninja outfit, and they called him the Super Giant Ninja.
Oh my god!
Which is like, that's a creative fucking name right there.
Yeah.
But
hey, Muto was Super Black Ninja for a while.
He was.
And White Ninja.
Yeah.
But he wasn't as cool looking then, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Which sucks, because if he would have had half the shit he had when he was Muta, that would have been the most popular ninja gimmick of all time.
Oh, yeah.
So when you guys saw Ninja Scroll, did any of you see it for the first time this week?
No.
I saw it in the 80s. I saw 80s and 90s.
Well,
yeah.
It came out in 93, but I saw it in the 90s.
It came out in 93, so what if I talking about 80s? Jesus.
I know it was one of the first DVDs I ever owned. But I had seen it before that on VHS. It was one that like everyone would pass around,
Yeah.
I think it came out by like that U.S. Manga Corp company that you never see anymore.
It was in the 90s. It came out. Why
Yes.
the fuck did I feel like it came out in the 80s?
It's just that time period, like when there's that time period where they were sort of anime was sort of breaking into the United States in a bigger way than it did before, and that was like in that period of time in the 90s.
I remember the first time I actually got the
80s.
VHS. It was at a con. It was at a con because that was the only way I can get those type of tapes back then. You know?
Yeah, yeah. They eventually started breaking out a bit, and you can get them at Suncoast, but like only if you went to Suncoast. Yeah, there's still a couple Suncoasts. There's one in New Jersey, actually.
Wow.
Yeah, and
That's surprising.
It's still operating. So I need to make a trip.
It's a front for the mob.
I'm cool with it as long as it's still at Suncoast. I saw pictures of the inside, and that shit looks the same because, like, in California, FYE took over Suncoast, and FYE isn't even like common here. Like I would have to drive like 2 hours to get to an FYE. So, and I live in the greater Los Angeles area, so it's like, that's how rare they are out here, which is really fun when they get all of like the weird exclusive shit that you would want. And then you can't go there, like the Freddy cereal.
There's another great one that I remember seeing in college for the first time was Dagger of Kamui.
Oh yeah. Shit. Yeah, dude, that one rules. Yeah. And that's very similar to those 80s mangas that I was talking about. Yes. That one's, I wish that was easier to find now. You used to see it all the time.
I haven't seen it in a long time.
Yeah, I haven't heard that title in a long time.
Maybe the rights are pretty fucked. You know how that happens.
Yeah, it says it was licensed by Anime Eigo, who did Bubblegum Crisis and all those.
Oh, I remember Bubblegum Crisis. Yeah, I remember those.
Yeah, but you
don't see Bubblegum Crisis around a lot either.
No, I haven't seen those in years.
I own cells. I own cells from Bubblegum Crisis and Bubblegum Crash.
Nice.
Awesome.
Because they did the subtitling. The Anime Eigo company is in Wilmington, North Carolina. And I ended up getting a hold of their I still have it too, their catalog of cells that they were selling, and I got a bunch of shit cheap because like I was like drawing stuff that they wanted, like the people that were working there, because they were all into Bubblegum Crisis and everything. It's like, oh man, it's like I'd really love one of the Doberman boomers, and so I was like drawing all these different things and sending it to them. They sent me I ended up with a shit ton of cells, and I still got a lot of them. But yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's cool. That's very cool, Zeus. That's kind of hot.
But yeah, Dagger of Kamui. I mean, he's the hero. The hero is he's got kind of curly hair, which is something you don't see much of in for Japanese characters in anime or manga.
Yeah, he looks like fucking Byron. What's up, Byron?
Oh shit!
I just had to throw that in there because I know that popped Meef in the chat. So I'm looking up this guy now because it's been so long since I've seen this. Like I'm talking back when they used to play shit on Sci-Fi. Yeah, so he kind of had like the booty shorts. Yeah. He actually looks like the dude from Legend of Kage from the NES a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, that one was cool. I mean, it wasn't like super graphic violent like Ninja Scroll, but it got its point across. I'm not saying graphic violence is bad. I'm saying it's what I pretty much look for in a ninja movie.
Yeah.
And
that is the standard,
I have I told you guys that I was a professional ninja at one time?
No, you did not tell us this.
You got.
Okay,
that was not on your resume.
This is the best way to end this podcast. I can't wait to hear this.
Okay, so there was this martial arts company in Arizona called Karate Mart, and they hired me to do commercials for them. about ninjas, and so I would dress up as a ninja and demonstrate ninja weapons, usually by cutting scenes in from Godfrey Home movies because they're public domain. And I did a few videos for them as a ninja. I really had no idea what I was doing back then, but the guy was happy with them. And
they were like,
so I could say you can get them on YouTube. I just have to find them because they're like buried.
Oh my god!
But yeah,
we gotta see this.
Yeah, we
gotta see this.
This is a hidden gem.
Okay,
we never knew we needed.
I think if you look up Ultimate Ninja Sword, this is how I used to be able to find it anyway.
Oh my god.
Okay, so I believe possibly they're still on YouTube. But there's one that the guy is playing my character, and it's not me, but he nails it. Okay, so if you search Ultimate Ninja Sword, the first response, the one that says it's been posted by Ian Bowen 8 years ago, that is me dressed up as a ninja selling an Ultimate Ninja Sword, which I still have within arm's reach of me right now.
Look, Casey's doing infomercials. That's hot.
Oh
yeah. It's it was pretty fun to do, and I mean I was only getting paid like $20, and then I got to keep all the ninja shit, which was way better than the $20.
Yeah.
And it was pretty cool.
Now you have memories forever.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like I'll remember how hot it is in a fucking ninja costume when you have to use enough lights to light up a green screen. So, because when you see that video, that is not my house. It's an image I stole from an IKEA catalog and put on a green screen.
Cutting special effects.
So you have like a suit on and a ninja mask?
Just for that one because the sword was so special. The other ones I was wearing just regular ninja outfits. Oh, okay. And I know the sound's bad and technologically it's bad. This shit was 8 years ago. It was before I knew what I was doing. But I still don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why I said that. But like compared to Byron and Justin, who actually have like technical skills, or Meath with his fucking mad Photoshop skills, or you guys that do the Photoshop for your shit and just do awesome stuff. That's why I changed to writing. And then changed to school teaching. So so no longer a professional ninja, but I can tell people that I was a professional ninja, so it's all worth it. And
that's worth it right there.
If you want to become a professional ninja on your own, there's this company in Japan that does ninja tours. And if you Google ninja tours hiring, they're always hiring Americans to give ninja tours to people. And if you know like gymnastics and shit, so you can put on a ninja costume and flip around, they will hire you. The money is shit, but they give you room and board over there, so you're not paying rent. But and the pay is kind of low, but a lot of your stuff's taken care of, and you just get to flip around in a ninja costume and give people tours all day, and that's your job, and you live in Japan.
I'm like, none of us will qualify for this. But.
No,
I know.
If you act now, for $9.99.
I have to. I also have to give a shout out to the real life ninja, who I got to interview a few years back, right before he retired, Murillo Ninja Hua.
Fuck yeah, badass dude, deserving of the ninja name, even though he's not like dropping out of the shadows and like he's not like knocking you the fuck out and dropping a smoke pellet, but
he did come to the ring one time in a ninja outfit.
He did, yes, and tremendous, and hopefully on YouTube somewhere because that was pretty good.
Yes, yeah, it is. He super nice guy. Just wish nothing but the best for him, and and if you want to realize what the rise and fall of his brother's career was when Shogun stopped having Ninja train him because Ninja is the older brother.
Mm-hmm.
And he was the one that he'd always be dragging him out of bed to go train and run and work out and stuff, and and there's like all these legendary stories about like how Shogun would be like crying, like when they were still living at home. They're like, he'd be like crying to Ma, tell Ninja to leave me alone. I want to sleep, you know, and shit like that. And like, they really are. They have. I mean, you think backyard wrestling is fucked up? They used to have MMA and Muay Thai underground fighting in people's basements.
Yeah,
and family rooms and shit like that. I'm not even fucking kidding you. This stuff is out there, and it is amazing to see like Shogun Hua's like some of his earliest fights. You know, from in a like where there's like other teenagers like lining on the staircase watching this shit. But yeah, so Ninja Hua, super nice guy. I just wish nothing but the best for him. He's got an extremely successful gas station in Brazil.
Nice.
And so, and he still does some seminars and things, but big shout out to him.
I'm telling you, man, you open a gas station or a car wash with your money, you're making some good investments. My cousin played pro baseball, and he runs car washes now. That's like his investment, and it's taking care of him. It's doing good.
Hey, Casey, didn't you want to put over a website?
Yeah, dude. Okay, so all of the stuff that I know about ninja movies, a lot of it comes from being an avid reader of vintageninja.net. The guy that runs that site also used to run one of the greatest lucha zines out there, known as From Parts Unknown. And so he loves the lucha. He loves the ninjas. Great guy to talk to. Every once in a while I'll see him at a con because he sells collectibles. He's got like cool tables and shit. And like he had, like, dude, this is how you can tell he's a cool guy. Like, even if you don't know the ninja stuff or you don't know the From Parts Unknown, he had one of those original Doctor Strange Halloween costumes for sale, like the shit, like the Ben Cooper or the College Town with the fucking little elastic band around the head and the smock. The plastic smock.
Okay.
Yeah, that for sale. So a guy that owns something like that and is willing to share it with the masses is a good dude. But yeah, cool. he does ninja movie reviews. He does reviews of obscure ninja merchandise and like 80s toys that are super fucking rare, and bootleg ninja figures, all kinds of stuff. So that's a site to check out, vintageninja.net. And look in the archives and you'll see stuff that you're really interested in. He did this whole thing about how like the Sho Kosugi kick pose is just like something that's ingrained in our culture now. Him doing the flying sidekick. Because his is different than the Bruce Lee one because he's got his other leg isn't tucked, right? So like you can see it used in different kinds of media. He went through and he showed like all the video games and shit that have just ripped off images of Sho Kosugi and basically put him on the cover of their games. There's a ton of them because they were using him as a reference for the art, and without permission. And yeah, it's like looking at ninja stuff in a deep analytical level, but still having a lot of fun with it, which I appreciate. Like, because a lot of people that like analyze stuff, they're a dick about it, right? But he's still having fun, and that's awesome, and I love it. So I got to put him over for that, vintageninja.net.
Cool.
Yeah, so he's got
cool.
a great
Very
kabuki
cool.
post, too.
Yeah, because he's a wrestling fan,
Yeah.
So you get all that kind of crossover in there, too, and he's a lucha fan. And, yeah, just a really cool guy. And we've had guests on our podcast through him, but we've never had him directly on the MMM show, but he's a good guy to talk to in person.
Cool.
So yeah, he's pretty cool. He knows his shit, man. He really does.
That's awesome. Awesome.
That was
Sounds
awesome.
good.
Hey, Casey.
Ninja Mania was a huge success today.
Yes.
Thanks so much for coming on, Casey, man. We always love
Thanks
having
for
you
getting
back.
up early, man. Thanks for getting up early on the West Coast for us, man. We appreciate it.
No problem. Now I have no excuse but to do my homework since I'm awake.
Oh yeah,
reading comic books. That's
you have to read all those dreaded comic books.
Yeah, I gotta
My
read
fucking
and
heart goes out to you.
analyze. V for Vendetta and a chapter from Understanding Comics, and then I have to draw a symbolic comic that I don't even know what I'm going to do yet, but I'll figure it out.
Poor fucking you. Look at that.
It's the drawing that's going to take
Shoot me a DM. Shoot me a DM. I'll get you some.
Hey! I gotta do it myself. He knows my art style.
Okay.
Yeah, we're like 6 weeks in. I can't do that.
Yeah, man. Thanks for getting up early, man. Thanks for hanging with us on the show, man. We really appreciate it, Casey. Thanks, man.
Thanks for having me.
Chat room.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks for everybody in the chat. Double Y, double H, Meeves, and Zero's our local hero. Yes, sir.
Yeah, me with your fucking Audi butthole ruining my company.
Oh my god. And if anyone wants to hear a proper version of the song I butchered at the beginning, it's
absolutely brutal.
It's Back to the Shadows by Peggy Abernathy. So it's the theme to Pray for Death.
And you should have this on your YouTube saved so that whenever you feel like you really need a little more ninja R&B in your life. Way to go. Well, it's more like a ballad, like a ninja ballad in your life. Yeah. Oh, ninja R&B's and 8 Deaths of the Ninja.
The 9
deaths. Sorry, yeah. I lost a death somewhere.
Every time you know ninja R&B, I picture R. Kelly in a mask.
I forgot to bring this up, Casey. The title of that movie is a mystery because there are not 9 ninja deaths in 9 Deaths of the Ninja.
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed because he doesn't really kill a whole lot of people. Yeah, maybe because that one guy was so big, he counts as more than one.
I guess. We'll see you. We'll see y'all next week. Everyone, take care. Adios.
Watch ninja movies on YouTube now. Later, people.
And for you MMM show listeners, penis.